What's up guys, welcome back to another video. So I think in this video, I'm going to take this thing here that I got in the last video and I'm going to fill it up with some cars. I'm not going to start with these cars yet, and I'm not going to do these cars yet. Somewhere in my giant toy collection here, I have more loose cars, so I'm going to find those and then we're going to use those first. I think they might be right on top, but they may also be in that box there. So also, I really need to fly this airplane. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see it. I never flew it yet. I also have to play with that boat. Guys, I'm gonna do some RC videos too. I think it's time. I know you all love Hot Wheels and I love Hot Wheels too, but I also love RC, and I think it's time for me to make some more videos with this. So I don't know when it's coming. It's a lot easier to make the Hot Wheels videos, as you can imagine, since I'm always hunting, and these take a little bit more planning, but they are coming. I assure you they are coming. Alright, I've checked these two bins. They're not in there. I think they're in here. No, they're probably in the bottom one. Yeah, I think they're in the bottom one. There's some action figures down inside there. No, more helicopters. Got a lot of RC helicopters, guys. Alright guys, I searched everywhere and I'm starting to think that at some point I might have actually taken them all out and put them on here, so that's what we're gonna go with for now. So I'm just gonna take all these cars and we're gonna put them into there. I think there might be more, but we'll have to figure that out in a later video. I don't want to waste any more time moving things around. It's very hot. Alright, we got a couple cars moved from the shelf, so we're gonna start off with this one here. It is the 2016 Bugatti Chiron in blue. So let's see, how does this work? It just drops in. This will keep them safe. I hope it keeps them safe. I don't know, they kind of move around a little. Next up, we're going to do the Mazda Repu. No, this is actually out of the Nissan pack. I'm sorry. This is the Datsun 620. Next up, also out of the Nissan pack, the Silvia S13 with a cool Japanese livery on it. Love it. Next up, we have the Matchbox Porsche 918 in yellow. This is very cool. This was out of the case prior to the one that is out now. Next up, we have a blue McLaren Senna. This is the Forza Motorsport one. The Aston Martin, is this the Vulcan? Yes, the Aston Martin Vulcan in green. Super cool looking car. Love this thing. Next up, this was an old Hot Wheels that I recently found at a thrift market. Thrift shop, whatever. It doesn't say on it, but it is a 959, I believe. Porsche 959. At the time this car came out, it was the fastest car on the road. Next up is the Lamborghini Veneno? No, Reventon Roadster with the Italian flag paint. I think there's a new Reventon coming out in one of the more recent cases, and I believe it's red and it's also a coupe. It's not a spider. Next up, also out of the Nissan pack, the Nissan Fairlady Z in orange. Super sweet looking car. Man, I just love cars so much. And the one everybody loves, the Skyline. It's very rare to see a red Skyline, so it kind of doesn't look like a Skyline, but this is an R32, I think, right? Yeah, R32 right there. And it's got the HKS, Sparko. Cool. Looks like we filled up our first row here. I'm actually gonna put them in line over here. Sick. This one is also a Datsun, right? It doesn't say. But this is out of the Nissan pack too, right? Yeah, this guy. Okay. Cool. And the Mitsubishi 3000 GT in red. The current Matchbox lineup. Alright, I guess I am going to pick from these a little bit over here. So we're going to take the Audi RS2 Avant, right? RS6 Avant. And then we'll take... We'll take the Solero, the newest fantasy that actually looks like a real hypercar. And then we'll take... There's so many good ones over here. We'll take this Lolux. Probably my least favorite of the Lolux. And we'll take this Huayra. This is the moving parts Huayra. Doors open. Alright, this whole side is filled up. Next up, we'll put the Chevrolet Grand Sport Roadster from Fast and Furious. I guess the 54th anniversary Datsun 510. We'll throw that in there too. We'll take the Braille twin mill. Very heavy car. It's fully metal, isn't it? Yeah, this bottom is not plastic. And the mods Mad Splash, we'll toss that in there too. This guy here, Alfa Romeo GTV6 3.0. Can't wait to see those new wheels in other cars. Take the 55 Chevy. Put that in there too. Here is the Hot Wheels 4-track. I actually like this thing. Boy, it's hard to choose from these guys. There's so many cool cars. Well, I guess the Skyline 54th Anniversary 2. I think that's it for now. Let's get another bunch of cars from the shelf behind me. Okay, we got the next set of cars. We'll start off with the McLaren 720S in blue. This is a really good looking car. I love McLarens, guys. I love me a good McLaren. Next on the list, what is this thing? This thing's actually really cool. Oh, this is Aston Martin Valhalla. This is actually, looks like the car I have in GTA. So Aston Martin Valhalla, very, very cool. I don't know what I like better, the Valhalla or the Vulcan. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Valhalla or Vulcan? Next up, the Lamborghini Centenario in silver. This is actually basically a Aventador with the body kit. Next up, we have the Nissan Fairlady Z. I'm sorry, well, that's what it is in Japan. So it's a 300ZX twin turbo. T-tops, and it looks like it's got a little damage to it. It's okay, it's gonna be nice and safe now. Next up, we have this year's, what's the name of this one? Rimac Nevera electric car in blue. I believe the new case has one in white with blue accents, if I'm correct. Mazda RX-7 in blue. Look at the taillights too. It's like they're lit up. That's cool, I never noticed that before. Interesting. And then we have the Jaguar, what's this one? XSE Project 8. This thing's so cool. What a nice car. I would love to have this. Imagine that little 4-door like this. Kind of like a fastback too. Sick. And then this year's Pagani Zonda R. Not my favorite color. I really like the black one. The blue one's alright. The white one, I'm not so into it. Boy, I'm already almost out of room here. What are these for? I don't even know what these are for. They're just too big. I don't want to put the cars in there. They just slide around too much down here. So, alright, so, well, I don't even think we're halfway through that shelf yet, and we're already running out of room. Let's flip this switch here and open up this side. Oh, okay, it opens like that. That's kind of in the way. Whatever. Alright, let's throw the Zonda R right inside. Next up, out of this year's case, the Audi 90 Quattro. This thing is so wide, it's crazy. Really cool looking car. Honestly, I don't know why this car wasn't more popular than it is. This thing is sick. Next up, this is out of the Fast and Furious set. 1970 Chevelle Super Sport in this like flat gray color. Gorgeous. I've never really been a fan of old cars, but since I've been like going crazy with Hot Wheels, they're starting to grow on me. They really are. Yes, I said it. Next up, the Audi, what is this? Oh, okay, the Audi RS2 Avant. That's crazy, this is in 1994. Look how, like, modern it still looks. It's a really good looking car. And this was the Super Treasure Hunt in last year's end case. This is one we keep finding at Dollar General, but we've yet to find the Super Treasure Hunt. Next up, also out of the Fast and Furious set, this one is from Tokyo Drift, the one they swapped the Skyline motor into, I believe it was. It's a Mustang swapped with a Skyline motor, if I'm correct, or some type of motor. Put it in the comments, let me know. Alright, it's time to grab another set of cars. Moving on to the third wave of cars, we're going to start off with the McLaren P1 in yellow. I never really understood why there's a bigger wheel on the back than the front in this casting. I don't think the real car in real life has that, so I don't know why it does on here. Next up, the white McLaren P1. Same thing here, bigger wheel on the back than the front. I don't know. It kind of looks dumb to me, so I don't know why they did it. But I could be wrong, although P1 is my favorite car, so don't know how I would miss something like that. Next up, one of my other favorite cars, the Pagani Huayra in red, the Roadster. I have this in green, and it's probably one of my favorite Hot Wheels. Next up, the McLaren F1 in gray. The only one I don't have, guys, is the orange one, and that's like the classic one, so I'd really like to get my hands on that. I should probably try to find that. Next up, I think this was like a Best Buy exclusive, but I ended up finding this at Dollar Tree or Dollar General. The McLaren F1 in white. Next up, Toyota Supra in white. This has a red recolor for either this year or last year, I don't know. But I got this probably in 2020, I think. Moving on, another McLaren P1. This is probably my favorite one. Black with the red accents. Very, very nice car. I love the P1, guys. If you've ever seen this car in person, it's like a spaceship. It's on another level. Next up, we have the blue Nissan Z. So I don't know if this is still a prototype. I know the yellow one was the original one. And I actually saw that at a CVS recently, and I didn't grab it, and I regret it. I really like this car, I do. I think there's a gray one coming out, I think. Don't quote me on it. Quintessential 90s right here. Well, quintessential 2000s, but is this a 99? 2000. Yeah, so this is a 1999 to 2001, I think. Honda Civic Type. No, this is just a SI. Honda Civic SI, right? Yes. My buddy had one of these. He blew it up twice. It was this beautiful blue color too, so it was really sad to see that happen to such a nice car. Next up is the Kia Stinger in the flat gray. This is the same exact color that my old Kia used to be before I traded it for the white one. It was called Wolf Gray, and it was a very, very, very unique flat color. A lot of people would call this Nardo Gray based off the Audi that comes in that color. Alright, we are a little bit more than halfway. I think this is halfway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're just about halfway. We have a lot of cars to go. Another Nissan Z in white. Guys, this is the car that actually got me back into Hot Wheels. This was probably the beginning of this year. I saw it at Walmart and I grabbed it. I had moved across the country, so I kind of took a break from collecting. You may have heard me say that in a video or two. But I went to the toy section, I found 2 of these, picked them up, and that was where it all started again. And as you know, it's gone over the top in recent months. Next up, another car I found at I think this is just a normal Porsche 911 Turbo S or something. Doesn't say on it. I don't know why it doesn't say, but I bought these to strip the paint originally, but I don't think I'm gonna. And finally, out of this little batch, the Honda NSX 1990. This is out of the cases that are hitting Dollar General now. Last year's end case, and I think the case before or after it too. So let's grab our next bundle of wonderful Hot Wheel cars. Alright, we got our next bundle, and I actually think I'm going to leave this one out. This is the Porsche 96 Carrera in white. I'm sorry, in blue. But I have this in white, and I don't see it, which means that there are more cars somewhere. So I have to find that bag, because they are somewhere. So we're going to put this right over here, next to the other Porsche. The blue Pininfarina Battista. I love these cool, like, swirly wheels. I think they look amazing on this car. They should use these more often. I don't know why they don't. I used to actually hate swirly wheels, but tastes change, you know? Next up, another Pagani Huayra. Can you tell I like them? In blue. This was out of one of the recent cases as well. I love it with the gold wheels. Really good looking car. And the one that everybody wanted, Mazda Cosmo. This is not the Super Treasure Hunt, but this was a Super Treasure Hunt for 2023. And it's a very cool car. I used to build this car in Forza all the time and throw the rotary race engine in it, and it would just be super fast and nearly impossible to drive. Good times, good times. Classic, one of the first Hot Wheels I bought as an adult. The 2000, and does it even have a date? No, it's just a Honda S2000. What a car, guys. What a car. They recasted this year in red. It's kind of like, I don't know. I'm going to keep this one safe because it's a little squeaky. Out of the Ultra Hot series from 2023, the what am I saying? The Honda Civic SI. Super cool. Good looking car. Good looking car. The Dodge Charger, tuned from Fast and the Furious. Beautiful. It doesn't fit though, so I don't know where this is going to go, so I guess it's just going to stay out for now. Pagani Huayra in white with gold wheels. Another gorgeous car. I love these cars. If you've ever seen these in person too, guys, they are from another universe. Also out of the Fast and Furious. Is this? No, what is this from? Yes, this came out of Fast and Furious. This is like a James Bond car though, so it kind of confused me for a minute. Aston Martin 1968 DB5. DB5. Love it. James Bond stuff. I think that is it for now. Let me see, there's a few more over there. So I guess we could take the Rapoo, we'll take the BMW, we'll take the GTR. I don't want to put any premiums in there. And then I have a couple customs up here too. I think we'll just stick with these for now. So the Mazda Rapoo out of this year's H case, I believe. Pretty dope looking truck. Nissan GTR R35 Liberty Works Silhouette with the Hot Wheels livery as well. And the BMW i8, there is a recolor coming out. It's already out. I just haven't found any yet in black. Silver's cool. I feel like sometimes the initial release of the cars, they don't paint them the best colors. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I am definitely missing cars. I'm missing an orange McLaren Senna. I'm missing a white Porsche 911. So it turns out that there is definitely some cars that I do not know where they are. So I'm going to have to find them. But I think that is it for the video for now, guys. We have filled up a large portion of our little Hot Wheels suitcase here. So I'm just going to clamp it shut and then close it up. Oh, I hope they stay safe. And that's about it. We now have nearly 100 Hot Wheels protected, stored, and out of the way. I hope you enjoyed watching the video, guys. A little bit of a different thing today. If you made it to the end, if you didn't get bored, I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful day. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Later.